What's up, everybody? How y'all doing this evening? Hope everyone had a great weekend. It's Sunday night, Monday morning. This is your boy Food Junkie. And one more thing before I go to bed. I know people are watching lives and being messy things of that nature. I need to say something. Like I said, I don't mind people talking about what I've done on here and, what I'm saying, doing this and doing that. That's not the issue I have. My issue, what's up, RNY? How you doing, baby? My issue is when people are messy for absolutely no reason whatsoever. What's up, Rick? Oh, you know I was coming. Being shady for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And thinking that that is something that you have to do, you have to be. Now, call this a show, call this your stage, whatever you want to call it whatever you want to call it. But one thing I don't really do very well, like I can cuss out a woman all day long, that's fine. It's not good, you know what I'm saying? Some people may not like it, but it is what it is. But what I don't do is the pageantry, faggotry. Hey, Miss Queen, how you doing, baby? What's up, Lenny? Lena, pretty around Isaiah, how you doing? I don't do the pageantry, faggotry very well. Because I believe that if men have a problem with each other, we talk about it. We either work it out or we don't work it out. But we don't still do the poking and picking and prodding bullshit. And after my live today, Miss Queen, you were there. Some of you guys saw the live. Did I say anything bad about Jay Wilson? Did I say anything bad about Jay Wilson in that live today that I had about Dovey? Or was I actually protecting and defending Jay Wilson while saying we don't really too much care for each other? And I could see past that and still pinpoint out the things that were right that he done, that he said, while staying away from the negative aspect of who I think he is as a person. Now, after this video, go back and tell Jay Wilson that I drug his ass. Okay? But earlier, exactly. I was taking up on him. Exactly. So, in his boring ass live today, because that live was boring as fuck, I fell asleep several times during that live till I had to turn it off until someone texted me and told me to watch some parts of it. And then my phone stopped where I fell asleep at, was halfway through. The first time he said he was going to bed, but stayed on an hour more to keep on saying he's going to bed. But anyways, someone dropped in the chat and was like, oh yeah, Food Junkie was dragging you today in his live. So opposed to asking pertinent questions, opposed to trying to figure out what actually happened in the live, first thing he did was throw digs and throw jabs. Oh, I don't watch him because he's still in love with Sean Bradley anyway. CJ Wilson, this is the problem I have with you. And this is why I say what I say when I tell you guys that he doesn't like me. Do I care? No. But I can tell you I don't like him. And it's not nothing personal. It's the faggotry pageantry that he constantly does. It's constantly trying to be a rooster and have the loudest cock-a-doodle-doo. Constantly trying to think that he's funny when he's not. He's actually boring as fuck. He's just messy as hell. And that's what we like. So yes, do I watch it Wilson? Yes, I watch it Wilson for the mess that he displays, for the mess that he does. Do I like him? No, I do not like Jay Wilson. But I'm not going to keep attacking him and poking at him because I don't like him. I'm not going to take every opportunity that I can to try to disparage his name. Now, there's a lot of shit I can say, and y'all know the way I work. I have shit stacked up from the fact that you have to dry bag, wet bag, moist bag because you got that fucking dog that you can't afford. The fact that when you go to bed alone every motherfucking night. The fact that you lied about how much you made opposed to what you do for a job. How you have 5-6 degrees, but yet clearly no one has done anything for you to prosper you within your life. See, those are all facts and truths. Have I talked about your event? Yes, I talked about your event. I talked about your event when it happened, after it happened, during it happening. Because it was janky. But today I didn't say that. But you still chose to pick and poke, oh, I'm in love with Sean Bradley. For real? Where do you think I was in love with Sean Bradley? Was that when you was asking me to play those tapes that you constantly choose to try to resemble? See? At least Sean Bradley made a tape and sent it to me. You're on camera sucking down a paper roll, a paper towel roll, emulating sucking dick. See, and did I talk about that? No, I didn't. It's the pageantry faggotry that you do why I don't fuck with you or care for you. Will I watch you? Yes. You're like watching a fucking train wreck. It's like watching a sad clown. Everyone loves a sad clown. So we all like to tell Jay Wilson was not that I drug him. Let him know why I drug him. Opposed to him just seeing that one statement and moving on with your commentary, you choose to add and lie and poke. I told you, I don't mind what you do on here, that you see me do on here. Talk about the fact that I cussed out Dory. Talk about the fact that I need to shave my head. Talk about whatever you want to talk about was not that you saw on camera. But when you start making shit up and lying on me, is when I have a problem with you. And opposed to keep lying and say you don't know people so you don't take shit personally, that was a personal dig. That was a personal attack that you know that was not true. And that was done to get me to respond to you. It worked. CJ, what's the difference between you and I? Like I said this before. You and I have a whole lot in common. A whole lot. More than what you know. More than what you know. Starting with our backgrounds. Growing up in humble beginnings. The reason why people read your ass on your humble beginnings and say that you still have the mindset of the individual that lives in the humble beginnings that you grew up in, because you do. When someone reads me or try to read me, what do they read? Things that they think that will hurt me, such as lying on me about the Sean Sparkler situation, trying to talk about the skin situation, which doesn't bother me, and the speech impediment. Those are the three things that people talk about when they're trying to read me. They never mention my humble beginnings, although I've mentioned it thousands of times. How many times have y'all heard me mention my humble beginnings? Pretty much every time I talk about myself and going up last night, I tell you I come from humble beginnings. I tell you why I live the way I live. I tell you how I live the way I live, things of that nature. Y'all hear those things. They don't bring up my humble beginnings because guess why? Mentally, I'm no longer there. I don't act as if I came from humble beginnings. I don't present myself as if I came from humble beginnings. But guess who do? You do. Your mindset, your mentality, your actions, how you move, the pageantry, faggotry that you participate in, all let us know that you're still stuck mentally in your humble beginnings. The simple fact that you have to peacock throughout these YouTube streets, the simple fact that you have to peacock your way to try to make people think that you're more than what the fuck you are, even more than what you think or believe that you are. See, that's the difference. You've never heard someone try to read me on humble beginnings. Because guess why? I show you how I live. I show you how I dress. I show you how I eat. I present myself as a person who never came or understood what a humble beginning was. Because guess why? I'm not still there mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and or financially. See, it's funny how you keep saying coin keeps you here and people want to donate to you with that they can, which they can. It's their money. They're the idiots. Sorry, y'all. If y'all donate to them, it is what it is. I can't donate to someone or give someone something, a overgrown man something who don't use the talents that God gave him to make a way for himself. Not the gift of gab and manipulation. But all those degrees you have, what did they do for you? How did that singing degree help you out at Delta? How did that ordained minister certificate, whatever it is, helped you out at when you were trying to be a bus driver when you first got on these YouTube streets? How did that help you with Uber? How does it help you with Airbnb? How do your degrees work for you besides singing every once in a while at a church for pennies on the dollar? See, that's the mindset and mentality of a flashy faggot. It is. Let me rooster and peacock my way through here was not so they won't see the real me, the weak side of me, the insecure side of me, the me that is lonely, scared. You still haven't stood up yet. so we can actually see how you look, Jay Wilson. See, this is me dragging you across these YouTube streets. This is me reading you for the facts of your life. This is me actually doing what they lied to you and said I did. What's up, Castro baby? How you doing, sweetheart? See, no one ever tries to drag me on my humble beginnings. But that's the one of the main reasons that everyone used against you. Have you ever asked yourself, with all them degrees you have, why is the first thing that people come for is my humble beginnings, the trailer I lived in? See, in an earlier life, I was defending you. Now, hate to do this, whatever, but let me do a comparative and contrast to you and Sean Bradley. You was laughing and joking about the fact that he had something at one of his events that was in a church basement, or looked like it was in a church basement. Wasn't your speaking engagements in a church basement with a whiteboard behind you, with fold-up chairs and tables? Didn't you go for your free lunch after service with the canned beans and franks? See, you fail to realize that we see all those things, and everyone that you named, your realtor. Okay, let's think about this for a second. If people came in from out of town, what good would your realtor do for them? If you had the person who catered those confections speaking, what good would that person do for someone coming from out of town? How is it that, you think that having people that you know that you hired for that event to work for you, or that you hired before, was going to educate someone how to actually garner generational wealth? How do you think that having your realtor, this bakery, whoever else you said you had up there, they all worked for you or had some type of contact with you in some shape or form, and you live the way you live? On YouTube, begging, pleading, dry begging, wet begging to live a certain lifestyle. Can't keep a job, can't hold a job. Lost about 6 jobs since you've been on here. Can't keep a man have a cold bed, lonely bed, empty bed. Sharing a dog with somebody who you say, I guess, is going on. You don't know about your personal life was not, but we have enough about your personal life from previously that we don't need you to say anything new about it. Because we have enough stuff from the old stuff that you told us about. You were so happy to get a man that you brought him on here, looking like dressed in a Pirates of the Caribbean shirt in the mall, taking pictures with him. Then take pictures in Six Flags with him. Was not like that's some big old huge situation. Based on how you talking to Dovey about what her event should be, you are a cheap, raggedy ass motherfucker in general. Period. That's who you are. You do stuff for free. Yes, wet begging, moist begging, all of the beggings. Not just dry begging. He actually wet begs. You were so happy to get a man, you won't let that man off your out of your sight. Every time he came on, there was Mark in the background, Mark in the foreground, Mark beside you. But now all of a sudden, I'll ask him. Ask him what? We don't talk to Mark. We're talking to you. You're on here. Didn't you say Mark's not on here? So why should we talk to Mark? Like, once again, you don't have to tell us anything about him. We can just assume. Like, let's assume, based on video evidence, you always used to scream, well, Mark got his own house. Was it a house or an apartment? Because every time you came live in his apartment, there was that handy dandy coat rack, hat rack behind you, almost hitting you in your head, and the front door and the front closet was right behind you. So what kind of house does he have? Because that tight quarters that you had was the only thing that we seen him living in. Dingy, low ceilings, dingy walls, overstuffed coat rack, and accordion doors for the closet door by the front door. Either that was his home, his apartment, or a hotel room that he stayed in. I'm just saying. See that I'm saying when y'all think that I don't know, I don't see, I don't have, I do. Go back and run Touch It Listen this and have him once again lie and say he doesn't watch it, but you still try to shade in the process. If you don't watch, like people will tell you, I was actually defending you. I was actually taking up for you. I was actually saying that they were wrong by trying to ask you for something that they wasn't giving themselves. See, y'all mouths are too big to cash the checks that your ass cannot. I don't know why you think that I'm going to keep on letting you anyone that I don't fuck with like that, or even people that I do fuck with was not say too much. You're saying too much. You're doing too much. Like the video, please, you guys. It's late in the afternoon, late in the evening, late in the morning. Like the video, please. I definitely would appreciate it. See, you let your rider lives, your stupids and stupiders, run you down paths that you are too scary to actually be down. You don't care, but yet you on an hour after you say you need to go to bed. And no one cares about that ugly ass dog you got. No one cares. Really, let's keep this shit real. All you're doing is dry begging for supplies. That's all you're doing. Every time you talk about that dog, every time you mention that dog, it's about begging for supplies. Because you can't afford that dog like you can afford a lifestyle. If they cut off all the monetary value of YouTube, you will be homeless. Or you will have to go back to doing what you're doing now. Airbnbs and damn Uber rides. See, like I said, we have more in common than you think, Jay Wilson. But the difference is why mine's not thrown up in my face is because I don't have the mentality or the movement of someone who is stuck in an impoverished environment. The way you act, the way you move, no matter how many degrees you have, no matter what type of home you live in, what you drive, you're always posturing for attention. You're always posturing not to be where you are, where you were, where we see you. So it don't matter where you are physically. It's about where you are mentally that we see, that people look at, that people read on a constant basis. And that's what you don't get. You're not smart enough to get that. Tell your jokes, do your thing. But before you start trying to lie on people was not and tell falsehoods and false stories on people, try to actually at least do a little bit of research. Try to do a little bit of understanding what really happened. Instead of watching those boring Stellar Awards that you said you watched, maybe you need to go back and ask them what happened. What did he say about me? Now here, they can tell you a whole bunch of shit that I said about you. I'll tell you that. But when I tell y'all that he doesn't like me and I don't too much care for him, this is why. It's the pageantry, faggotry that he always do. Just can't tell a story. Have to lie, try to manipulate. Always trying to turn something into something that is not. The respect I have for myself is when my husband's home, I try not to be on here. Or I try to be on here when he's asleep or when he's busy doing something else, preoccupied. So I can spend the time with him. Maybe if you did that, you would have someone that could sleep in your bed every night. Maybe if you did that, you wouldn't be depending on putting that dog to bed. You'd be having your man put you to bed, if you know what I mean. See the difference between you and I? While we have so many things in common, we are so vastly different. We are so vastly different. Opposed to you being on YouTube talking shit about people who really don't fuck with you like that, but watch you for entertainment value because you're a fucking joke. Opposed to putting that dog to bed, you should be having your man put you to bed, if you know what I mean. But clearly that doesn't happen. And change your damn shirt. I'm tired of saying that blue, white checkerboard shirt. See how I can just easily read and roast? I can do screenshots of different days and different videos where you had that same shirt on. The same shirt you had on in Florida, right? Wasn't that the same shirt? You finally got a new blue and white striped shirt, was not? And then he finally had a new little jacket on today. But that shit was tacky too. How do you mix a Letterman's jacket with a sports coat? You had a Letterman's jacket sleeves, but a sports coat front and back. See, that's the read. That was on YouTube. You thought you was flossing in that, what's it called? A Sportman jacket? A Sportman jacket? I thought you was doing it. That shit was hideous. See how I do that? I would never talk about that damn ugly ass jacket if you didn't fucking lie on me and try with me and start with me. See, I wasn't saying shit about you negatively today until now. Because you choose to think that everything is a fucking joke. You choose to think that everything you say is knee slapping hilarious. No, it's offensive. You're upset. You're mad. You're jealous hearted. You're confused and conflicted about every aspect of your life. You thought that having those degrees was going to put you somewhere. It put you in a house that you got to pay Peter and Rob Paul to afford. But you don't have a lifestyle that I have, Jay Wilson. You don't have the love, respect, and companionship that I have, Jay Wilson. You definitely don't have the financial stability that I have on any level, Jay Wilson, because I don't need to come on here for a coin to keep me here. Or what was it called? The old statement he used to do? Beefing for dollars. See, you got to keep on making a fool of yourself on a daily basis, several times a day, in order for you to make that $2,000 a month here on YouTube that you run through because your overhead is more than your bring home amount. You like to brag about the equity of your house. How's that going down during this downturn in real estate? How's the equity in your home now, Jay Wilson? Just asking. Because the real estate market is crashing with this recession that's going on, which means that there's more overhead. There's more overhead in housing, especially in the Texas area. Texas, Florida, Nevada, Boise, Idaho, Atlanta. So the overhead, there's too many builders being built, houses being built. There's too many luxury apartments being built that no one's really buying homes anymore like that. Isn't it like what, 30% of people backing out of contracts, which brings the housing market down? See, we haven't heard you scream and yell and brag about the equity in your home anymore. See, I won't say you're underwater because I don't know you like that. I won't say that you're going to be evicted because I don't know you like that. But I do know that you lost equity in that house. I can guarantee you that. What's up, baby? How you doing? I can guarantee you that you lost equity in that house. So that's not a brag anymore. It becomes more of a hindrance than a help. I'm just saying. So, you have more to be read, drugged, roasted, and gagged than I ever will. Stable relationship, me or you, me. Long-term stable relationship, you or me, me. Long-term job stability, you or me, me. Financial security, they'll have to come on YouTube to make sure my bills are paid. Even if it does, well, that doesn't even help with bills. This is like a week's worth of snacks for me. You might not make on here. Someone who needs YouTube to continue the lifestyle that they have grown accustomed to, basically, which is barely above poverty. You. You see how that works? Someone who don't need to lie about losing weight. Someone who doesn't have to do free advertisement for a bottle that you can drink water out of. Have you heard of Mio? Have you heard of Powerade Boost? Have you heard of all these other flavored water concoctions that's out there. The difference is you turn the dial and it distributes the amount of flavored water concoctions that you want, depends on how strong or how weak you want your water to be. And you drink on that like it's the best thing since sliced bread. Go to the store, buy your 48 case of bottled water, buy a little pack of Mio, squeeze it in there. One drop. Same fucking thing. See, it's stupid people like yourself who want to go with the trendy shit. The shit that you don't have to do. Why are you going to pay $15 for a water bottle and have to refill the capsules every 4 days or so? If you're drinking the right amount of water you're supposed to drink, which is 8 glasses, 8 ounces, 8 ounces a day. And if your case, you need to lose a lot of weight, you need to drink more than that. You see how I can eat and live the way I eat and live and look the way I look? Don't have to sweat and lie about going to the gym. Don't have to sweat and lie about what I'm doing, what I'm eating. You still craving those 18 habanero wings with that large piece of ranch dressing? So you worried about, what's her name? Chelsea, and how many pieces of sushi she had. Talk about her caloric intake. You tell us you're doing certain things. Show us. Show us your workout. Not you driving in a car to and from wherever you to and from in a car. Show us how you eat. You want to give us meal plans? Show us your meal plan. Show us how you prepare your food. Show us the meals that you eat to help you lose all that weight. You see what your content could be? You could go into a whole different market of YouTube if you show a before and after picture of yourself and give us the step-by-step breakdown of how you done it, how you did it, how you do it. That's a little free advice for you. It's called marketing. It's called conceptualizing and follow through. But you still, I guarantee you, your waistline is still about a 38, 40. I guarantee you that. You'll never be down to a 32. You'll never be down to a 32. Stand up and show us how you look under that big ass shirt you had on. I set up today in my video, took off my shirt. Y'all saw that waistline, that flat stomach. Y'all saw it. How does he eat the way he eat and still look the way he look? I'm just saying. See, I think it's jealousy, actually. I do. I don't know why. You got a big old house and 2 cars. A temp job, you know what I'm saying? A nice YouTube check. But you got a big house and 2 cars. A on again, off again relationship. An alcoholic as a quote unquote partner. I'm just saying. But you want to talk about me and listen to lies that people told you that I said about you. See, these are the truth things I'm saying about you. So go back and run and tell them that. See, I can stand everything that I say. But earlier today, I didn't say anything nasty or negative about you. Now, if you want me to, I gave you a whole slew of things I could talk about and have commentary forever in a day. I could be the next Timberlane if I wanted to. I don't got time because I'm too busy doing my own thing, living my life, enjoying what I have, growing what I have, maintaining what I have. See, maybe if you stayed offline, you could have maintained that job. Maybe if you stayed offline, you could have maintained that steady income, those 6 figures that you said you was making. I'm just saying. Maybe if you stayed offline and actually did some work during the pandemic and walked around during the pandemic, you wouldn't have ballooned up to 300 plus pounds. I'm just saying. See, like every time you used to say, well, everyone gained weight during the pandemic. I didn't gain weight during the pandemic at all. I sure didn't. Why? Because I stayed busy. I stayed occupied. And no offense to anybody who gained weight during the pandemic. It's just that individual, that punk that I need to constantly address this way. See, you can sit up here and be nasty, rude, and mean based on what I did on YouTube. But when someone comes to you and just says something that's a lie, and you don't do the research or to take the time to actually look at it or figure it out, yeah, that pisses me off. Because I didn't say anything negative about you. I was defending you. I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, stand up for you. But that goes to show you, you can't stand up for these punks here on YouTube. All they used to is being drugged. All they used to be is being talked about. All they used to be is being mistreated. You beat me, so you must love me. You beat me, so you must care about me. No, I beat you because you're a punk. I drag you because you're a faggot. I talk about you because you're weak. That's why I talk about you. That's why I drag you. Because you don't know when to stop. You're scary as fuck. You don't know when to let shit go. You're like a bitch with a wet dick. Hold on for dear life. Let the shit go. Keep me out your crawl. Because I really don't fuck with you like that. And when I drop down to your chat, I do it because I want to. And I can. Because I don't fuck with you like that. I told you, I told everybody, I watch you because that's where I'm messy at. I watch you because that's where I'm shady at. Because I know it's going to be some messy, shady shit. But when it touches me is when I have an issue. I'll see, I'm honest about that. See, that's the problem. A lot of people here can't be honest. I don't have to like you or fuck with you to say you're right or you're wrong. If I fuck with you or not, and I think you're just wrong, I'll handle it in the background. If I think it's that serious, it's never really that serious for me. Because guess why? I live my own life. I don't have to worry about what everybody's doing on here. My commentary is not everyone else. My commentary is me. My commentary is my life. Be it boring, be it not funny, be it whatever the case may be. My pockets stay fat. My pockets stay knotted. I'm abreast of what's going on in the world around me. I know right now is not a good time to be underwater in real estate. That I do know. I know what market is going up and what markets are going down in real estate. And I know Texas is going down. Too much inventory. Not enough buyers. But plenty of sellers, which means the price points are going down. Anywhere from 20 to 30%. I'm just saying, check your equity. Check your fucking equity. See, that's the difference between someone like you and me. I don't need to broadcast that I'm smart, that I'm well educated, that I'm well learned. I just come on here and read a bitch like nobody else does with your real estate and your equity that you so much brag about. Mm-hmm. So, Jay Wilson, this time when someone drops down in your chat and says, I cussed you out and I'll drug you, believe it. Because I did. But earlier, when you just started attacking for no reason, you should have done some research. You should have asked a question opposed to making a comment. And right after that, someone else said, well, no, Deanna and Food Junkie, they drugged Dovey. I don't think Deanna drugged Dovey, but, too much. But I did. Because she tried me. I don't know why y'all think that I'll just keep on letting people try me, especially the ones that I've cussed out on numerous occasions. These new folks, I don't know y'all. And if you're not on my panel or on my channel, I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. But Jay Wilson, you know why I don't fuck with you. You know why I don't fuck with you. You know why I would never fuck with you like that. Ever. I don't care if I jump on your channel and drop down or not. I would never fuck with you. Because you started some shit that you still won't admit to. That you still haven't apologized for, although I don't do apologies. But you haven't atoned for that yet. And you can lie and say it didn't happen, but everyone knows it happened. That's almost like what happened. That first gentleman's panel. Where James and I was having a little verbal disagreement. It wasn't even a physical, it was just a verbal disagreement. Who was this boy? First, I'm a grown-ass man. Don't ever get it twisted. Trying to insinuate shit. Trying to drop little innuendos and things of that nature to disparage my character. Oh yeah, we'll never get along with each other. I will never fuck with you on any level like that. You did good to post where you were in Atlanta while I was at work and after you left. You did good. You did real good by doing that. See, I don't play those little punk ass games. I'm not violent, but don't push me. And you pushed me way too. That right there was way too far. And then act like you didn't do it when everyone that was there said you did. Yeah, we never fucking with each other. Like I said, you don't like it, which is fine. But once again, what's the point? We don't know each other. I never disparaged your character. I never tried to lie on you. I just tell the truth about you. You're a 52-year-old man with 5 degrees, but no career. No way of stable, steady income. Reliable income. Your income fluctuates from month to month, depends on how many videos you make. And how many people choose to donate to you. You want also want people on here who live off the kindness of strangers. I'm just saying. I get off my ass and go to work. I have a partner, a life partner, a husband who works. And together we make a pretty decent income to sustain the lifestyle that we chose to live. See, I don't depend on the kindness of strangers for anything. If there was no one in this room right now, I would still be saying the same things that I said. You need to completely watch yourself. Watch your mouth and watch your motherfucking tone when you're speaking to me or speaking about me. Don't lie on me. Don't project shit onto me. Don't do it. I don't know who the fuck y'all think y'all are, thinking that these walls and these YouTube streets save you. Don't be surprised if you walk up in on your local CVS and I'm right there smiling in aisle 3. I'm just saying, I don't know what y'all think it is. Y'all talk all this shit about people. Now, when people come to visit people or go places to visit people, y'all are completely silent. Y'all are completely shut mouth, hushed mouth. What's up? At what point do you think that people keep thinking it's funny? You entertain the masses and the crowds, but the reality is, when push comes to shove, who's gonna be there to help you get pushed and shoved? I'm just saying virtually, verbally. Stop fucking with me, Jay Wilson. Like I said, if you want me to stop talking about you, good or bad, that's easy to do. But when you lie on me and try to spin false narratives about me, again, you have a problem with that. Because you did it the first time and it was inappropriate. You're doing it now, it's inappropriate. First it was, oh, you call me Then now it's, oh, I'm in love with Sean Bradley. When did that happen? When did I become in love with Sean Bradley? Explain to me how my actions shows that I'm in love with Sean Bradley. He brings me up, I drag his ass. You bring me up, I drag your ass. Am I in love with you too? He says something I don't like, I drag him. You say something I don't like, I drag you. So I'm in love with you as well? Ugh, disgusting. See? Y'all are both the same to me. You really are. The only difference is you haven't blocked me out of your chat yet. He has. So when you're constantly on here lying, oh, well, he's just still in love with Sean Bradley. After after you constantly asked me to play the video that he sent me, after you constantly, what I'm saying, first you said he was in love with me. Oh, he wanted that, and now all of a sudden, someone says something that you think is true that you don't like, that you harboring other feelings for, because my previous video, yeah, previously I did say your event was trash. It was trash. You dry begged for the whole thing. You was in the basement. You ate off of styrofoam plates. You showed your little dessert setup. I made a dessert setup that smashed and demolished yours. What's the problem? Yes, I did that. Isn't it y'all saying what we do on here? But I didn't lie on you. I've never lied on you. Never I don't get. Don't fucking lie on me. Everything I did, I tell y'all I did. Everything that happens, I tell y'all what happened. No one ever exposed anything about me that I didn't tell y'all first. And when I told you guys, what did they do? Shut the fuck up. Y'all not smart enough to understand that. No one can read you or roast you or gag you on something that you bring to the table. You can't kill me with my own bullets. You can't use kryptonite against me that I made and manufactured. That's what y'all don't get. That's why I say I'm not like y'all. There's nothing in my life that I'm embarrassed of, ashamed of, regret to the point where I haven't dealt with already. So when I was doxxed, all it showed y'all was that what I said was true. Who I say I am, I am. That's all it says. I don't have to lie about who I am on here. For who, y'all? Someone like you, Jay Wilson? Someone who's a nobody? Someone who's stuck mentally, emotionally in that trailer park? Someone who haven't yet understood how to get out of that space mentally? Don't understand? That's why people can use that against you constantly. You say it doesn't bother you, but it bothers you. Every time someone says that you are still in the trailer park, was not emotionally and mentally, that fucks with your nerves because you know you still are. That's why you constantly doing this pageantry faggotry. You're too old and too fat to be so feminine. You're too old and too you say you're educated to act the way you act, to present yourself the way you present yourself. I can never call you doctor and be or pastor and respect that. You don't present yourself as a doctor. You don't present yourself as someone who has earned that title, have earned those degrees. You may have them, but did you really earn them? You don't carry yourself as someone who should be respected, as a doctor, as a pastor, as someone, a clergy even, someone of the cloth, someone who is here to lead people to God, to righteousness. You don't carry yourself that way. You carry yourself as a messy fag. Sorry, you do. A dick sucking behind a pulpit ass fag. That's how you carry yourself. A bottom basement, bargain basement ass individual who comes from a trailer park. It don't matter if you left when you was 3 years old. You were still stuck there. You're still damaged there. That place still has a residence in your soul. And many times you say it doesn't bother you, it does. It irks your nerves that people don't see you how you want us to see you. It irks your nerves that we still see you as that trailer park fag. It irks your nerve that because you have a big house and two fancy, decent cars, it still irks you that we see you as that miserable, lonely, lonesome little fag in the motherfucking trailer park. And you're upset because I carry myself with confidence. I carry myself with pride. I represent myself as an adult, not as a childish ass little punk. That ain't my fault. Blame the DNA. Blame genetics. Don't blame me. See, that's y'all problem. A lot of y'all gay people's problems on here. You're upset because some of us present ourselves as adults. I won't even say men, as adults. And a lot of y'all present yourselves as fucking children. No matter how old you are, what you have, what you've accomplished, what you haven't accomplished, what your dreams are, what your hopes are, you're still stuck where the fuck you were when you were damaged. When that man touched your shoulder, Jay Wilson, and your father let that man touch your shoulder in church, that man touched your shoulder. You're still stuck there. That traumatized little boy. And I'm not laughing because the act of abusing a child is not funny. But the fact that you're still stuck there as a 52-year-old man and you trying to disguise it and hide it with shiny things and shiny trinkets, with degrees and things, is funny to me. Like I said, I see you. I see the hurt in your little sad, snoopy eyes, your wide set eyes, eyes that's on the side of your head. I see that hurt little boy that still hurts because his daddy let somebody touch his shoulder. And he got a little tinkle in his pants when the man touched his shoulder. That's what his first inkling was, that he was gay, that he liked the men's. But he knew he couldn't act on those things because guess what? He was in church. He was born and raised in the church. And the church told him it was wrong to have those little tinkling in your pants when a man touches you. So all your life you had to hide that. All your life you had to withdraw. All your life you had to act as though you needed a tinkle in your pants when you went back and thought on how that man's strong hand brushed against your shoulder. Still feel uncomfortable about it. Aren't you, Jay Wilson? See, those are stories that you told us. I won't have to dox you. There's too much shit about you on these streets for you to be fucking with someone like me. I'm just saying. Lying on me. Don't lie on me, Jay Wilson. It's not cool. Because I go back to that trailer park where you were. I go back to that church where that man touched your shoulder. You got a little tingle in your pants. Your booty hole start percolating up. I'm just saying, I go back there and drag that little boy that you were right on out of you. The back. That little tingle was in the back. His booty hole started puckering and poking up, and he sat up a little straighter, you know what I'm saying, had to adjust himself in the seat, you know what I'm saying, because his booty hole was getting wet because that grown man touched his shoulder. I know what you meant. I'm just saying, Jay Wilson. Like I'm saying, don't see, you're not there yet. A lot of y'all are not there yet. Just because I don't do this on a daily basis and drag y'all whores on these streets till your forehead bleeds, don't mean that I will not do that. I cannot do that. Don't lie on me. And of course, he's not going to see this. Of course, he's not going to respond to it. Oh, I don't watch him. He's just not funny. I ain't meant to be funny. This is a real re-roasting your drag. Drag's not funny. Gag's not funny to a person who's being dragged across these streets. When you're getting your ass beat, it ain't fun for you. It's fun for the spectators. It's fun for the ones who's watching, who want you to get stomped down to these streets. That's what it's fun for. It's not meant to be fun for you. It's meant for you to get your forehead scraped up, like you're getting done. Only the weak don't watch. Like I said, I watched that boring ass shit. I told you I fell asleep a couple times. You mentioned my name once. Actually, someone jumped out of your chat. Oh, Fujoki cussed you out. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. If they would have said Fujoki mentioned you, that'd be more accurate. And if you would have said, oh, I don't care, that would have been okay. Because you don't have to care. But I didn't drag you. I didn't read, roast, and gag you then. But are you mad at me or are you mad at your father for letting that man touch your shoulder and that's when you found out you were gay? I'm just saying. Because your booty hole started twerking. I'm just asking questions, you know what I'm saying? And are you upset, Jay Wilson, because everyone talks about the size of my member and let's talk about it with glee? And we talk about yours, it's not with glee. There's pictures floating around here that you have a small instrument. Is that why you're upset with me? Like, I don't know. Like, I really don't know what your issue is with me. I really don't understand that. You know? I'm confused. Like, what's the issue? What's the problem? You know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, all these things I don't talk about with you. I don't drag you on these things. It's not important to me. But you're gonna learn to leave well enough alone. To just stop. Sometimes you just stop and read something was not and keep that in until you find out more about it. And then drag if you think it's worthy of being drugged. Or at least try to drag. Because you really can't drag me. You know what I'm saying? I live a lifestyle that you wish you lived. I actually can keep a job. I'm actually marketable. My personality may be shit at times, but it's still shit enough, and I work hard enough and well enough for me to maintain and keep a job. If people were to call my job right now, I would not be fired. I would not be transferred. Either of my jobs. If they called right now, 20 people call my job, they'll laugh in your face. They say he does. They will laugh in your face. Yeah, he talks shit all day long. That's what he does. We know that he talks shit. That's what he does. But he's a damn good worker. He ain't wrong. When he say something, it's right. He don't say anything until something goes wrong. That's how we know we need to fix it. You being honest. That's what they said. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't want to see that bullshit. Look like a damn orange for balls with taco meat and Havana sausage. That's what they said. That's what they said. Swollen balls, but no dick. A micro penis. That's what they said. That's what they said. I wouldn't know. I don't look at kitty porn. I'm just saying. You know, I don't do anything micro. And the way they talk about it was that I would know if it was an adult or a child. That's what they said. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't know if it was an adult or a child based on what the streets are talking about. The size of that little thing. That little fella. The size of that little fella. The size of that little fella. Ain't that little thing cute? Oh, poor baby. I'm just saying. See how easy it is to roast and gag you do if I wanted to? And I don't. I just say we don't fuck with Joe like that because we don't. I just don't fuck with you. Don't know you, but what I know of you, I don't like. But I've always said that. Don't know you, but what I know of you, I don't care for. Because there's too much faggotry going on. You do something that you don't have to do. You say stuff that you don't have to say. You go places where you don't have to go. All for a punchline, all for a joke. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit up here and defend someone that's constantly looking for every opportunity they possibly can to talk shit, to try to make someone the butt of a joke. Why? What's the purpose? Are you that insecure to where you think that you have to always bring someone else down to make yourself feel better, to lift yourself up? That don't work with me. Bitch, look at you, look at me. Look at your lifestyle, look at my lifestyle. Look at how you live, how you present yourself. You have to lose weight in order to go in your closet to wear clothes. That in itself is sad. I'm just saying. I got my closet put on anything I want to put on. And the majority of stuff is too big because I like big clothes. I don't like showing off my body. You know what I'm saying? Because it's distracting. Your body's not distracting. You're not distracting when you walk into a room. You blend into a crowd. I stand out. That's the difference. I don't wear composition notebooks as shirts with tight jeans and brown shoes. Who does that? I don't suck down food. So you have eating disorder, right? You said? So do I. No one will ever know. Because I have it under control. As an adult who had childhood eating disorders, I learned how to control my eating disorder. I know the root of the cause of my eating disorder. Have you analyzed and worked on your root and cause of your eating disorder, Jay Wilson? So we have a lot in common. But no one will ever use that against me. Because like I said, I don't look like where I came from. I don't look like what I've been through. You wear all that shit all over you every day you come on this YouTube camera. From the first word out your mouth, I can tell exactly where you've been, what you've been through. Because your first word out your mouth is always to try to put someone else down, to lift yourself up spiritually and emotionally. And that's the first sign of someone who has have trauma in their lives. They're always trying to deflect and distract. If I talk about you, hopefully you don't see the real me. If I point the spotlight on you, it can take it off me. If I could roast and gag hard enough or long enough or enough, then therefore I will be enough. Not knowing, not realizing. As long as you feel like you're not enough, you never will be enough. No matter how many times you say it. No matter how many times you read the same script over and over and over again. Oh, I don't watch them. Or they're not funny. I don't watch them. They're not funny. I don't watch them. They're not funny. See, I'd rather not be funny than being laughed at. Because when I watch you, that's what I do. I laugh at you. And you can have pennies. You have the pennies that I contribute to your YouTube channel, to your AdSense check. You can have the pennies. You can have them. But just know, you need those pennies. You need those pennies that I provide for you by watching you. You need those pennies. I don't. I still eat whatever, however, whenever I want to. See, I don't have to go on a low carb, high protein diet with a couple of vegetables. Eat whatever I want. Had chicken and waffles today. Had buffalo wings today. Had, you know what I'm saying, tomato avocado salad. Had a seafood salad. On some what's it called? Romaine lettuce. Talk about how much Chelsea eat. And so what? What they got to do with you? That's not the read and roast and gag. The read, roast, and gag is that she can afford 2 bottles of wine and 16 rolls of sushi. That's the read, roast, and gag. For you. Not on her, on you. See, y'all don't understand what the read, roast, and gag is. Now, if she got put out the restaurant and still owe money, that would be the read, roast, and gag. You eat all that food but can't even afford it. That's the read, roast, and gag. But the fact that she can pay for it and afford it and can afford to do it as often as she wants to, how's it read, roast, and gagging her? How is the read, roast, and gag that she can pick up rice with chopsticks? That's not a read, roast, and gag. It shows that she has the dexterity to use chopsticks. Stupid. See, and y'all think that's entertaining. Y'all think that's funny. Oh, and you picking up that rice with them chopsticks. That shows dexterity, stupid. Do you know how hard it is to pick up a grain of rice with some chopsticks? I can do it because I have a dexterity. Can you? That's a skill set to be able to eat with chopsticks. And for someone like you to think that's a read, roast, and gag, and you're supposed to be this educated, well-learned individual, this well-traveled individual, this well-accomplished individual, but you don't understand what type of talent it takes to eat with chopsticks without making a mess all over yourself? I can't. Like I said, y'all don't even understand what the read, roast, and gag is in these conversations that y'all be having with each other and about each other. Like I said, I watch y'all for information. So I gotta drag the shit out you was not. I have it. Y'all tell me everything I need to know. Y'all give me all the read, roast, and gags I need to drag y'all stupid asses. Right. There is a skill set that you must understand how to use chopsticks. Same skill set it takes to write in calligraphy. That's not a roast or a gag. Or you pick up the rice with chopsticks. Every time I heard you say that, I'm like, does he not realize that he sounds stupid? And I laugh at you. Like I said, I laugh at you. I don't really laugh with you a lot. I laugh at you because a lot of stuff that you say, you maybe need. I mean, you may be using it as a roast and gag on somebody what's not. But I'm looking at you or look at the screen like, did he not realize that how stupid he sound? How uneducated and uncouth he sound? There go that trailer park again. There go that impoverished mindset. There go that impoverished behavior. Because if y'all notice, tell me if I'm wrong or not. Growing up, if y'all knew someone that was impoverished, they were the nastiest, meanest individuals in school. Were they not? It's always the poorest people with the least amount to offer the world and society who have the worst attitudes. For the most part, I should say. Exactly, without a chopstick. Who's gonna eat some chop suey or some lo mein with a fork when you have chopsticks available? Who's not gonna use chopsticks when you eat pho and use a little long handle flat bottom spoon to drink to sip the juice or suck it through the bowl when you're at home at least? That's what I did. But use chopsticks to get all the ingredients out the pho. I'm just saying. But yeah, isn't it always the kids who have the most or have the least that's the nastiest? Exactly. Right. Right, Rick. Or they either um quiet and get a voice later in life when they get a job. Like I said, you just described Jay Wilson. You just described Jay Wilson. Either they're the nastiest people on the planet, or they're the quietest because they don't want to stand out too much. And then when they finally get, and when they finally get a little bit of something, they peacock. They become the loudest, most braggadocious. I got these degrees. I got this house. I got this car. I had this job. The operative word is had. worked for, was able to. Now you're what? If I was a dean of a school, be it online or be it brick and mortar, you don't think that I would be, after being quote unquote laid off as a dean, I would be trying to go to other colleges with that credential, other universities, other institutions? I'm a doctor. I was a dean of a college online, so you say. I would have parlayed that into working for another online school or brick and mortar school. But yet you're so busy on YouTube, roasting and gagging, beefing for dollars, that you can't possibly see how you can, what I'm saying, parlay that experience and degrees into something that you actually could do. There's plenty of universities out there, plenty of colleges, plenty of institutes out there that's hiring. Even as an adjunct professor, you don't even do that anymore. You don't even do that anymore. You was happy about getting a job with Greyhound driving buses because you was out of work for so long with all these degrees and experience in the workforce. I'm just saying, y'all, make it make sense because it don't make sense to me. If I had all these strikes against me, I won't be so quick to fuck with somebody who have more accomplished in less time they've been on this earth than me. I'm just saying. I wouldn't have time to fuck with somebody who have things that I only could wish I could acquire. Full bank accounts, stable job, stable income, a life partner who also has a stable income. I'm just saying, it needs to make sense. But yet you choose to think that you actually can roast and gag someone like me. Or roast and gag is only good and truly funny if it's true. Pretty much all y'all do is piss me off when y'all try to roast and gag. Because it's a bunch of lies. And the truth's not in you. Like I said, I just said shit negative about you previously. I did now. Now you can talk shit. Now I give you permission to try to roast and gag, to lie, and do what you do. Make a coin. Build your CVS, your Walmart, your Walgreens, your Kroger's, your Safeways, whatever the fuck y'all have, Albertsons, Food Lion, Food Depot, shit, I don't know. Build your little super Walmarts, do all that, your super Targets, your Five and Belows, do all that. Now that I said some shit about you. See how it works? Do you see how it works? Don't have time for the lies and bullshit when I did nothing to you. When actually what I was doing was defending you. But once again, you let your damn chat get you in trouble. Y'all let the people in these chats come to y'all with some bullshit. Just like that Tracy, whoever person with the strawberry behind her name, was trying to get you to say some shit about Deanna. Like, do you not see that you've been set up to be cussed out? Do you not see that you are set up to be cussed out? Do you not see that? Because it wasn't Tracy's world, it was Tracy somebody else. Oh, it was Tracy's Delights. Well, I think it was Tracy Delights with strawberry behind her name. You can see that was a setup to get you cussed out by Deanna. I'm just saying, like, y'all do anything for clicking a view, do anything for whatever. Be mindful, y'all. Be mindful what you fall for. Be mindful what you fall for. I'm just saying. But yeah, let me go upstairs and lay next to my husband wake up next to my husband. How's Mark, by the way? I'm just saying. How's Mark, by the way? You wake up next to him every day? You lay down next to him every day? Or all you have in that house right now is that dog? I'm just saying. See, before you try to comfort me, what they say? Check yourself first. Make sure that you don't sweep around your door before you try to comfort me. Like I said, what do you got? Bad skin, a stutter, stammer, Sean Bradley. What else you got? I'm confused. I'm confused. What else you got? Besides those three things, what else you got? If y'all don't mind, please like this video, you guys. This is your boy Food Junkie. Y'all know I love you. Y'all have a great evening and good night. But as always, you know it's not important that I love you guys. It's more important that you love yourself, you love someone else, respect yourself, and definitely respect someone else. Now, whoever wants to go run tell Jay Wilson that I said something about him negatively, be my guest. Be my guest. Y'all have a great day. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys in a couple days probably because, I'm bored now. Peace, y'all. Bye-bye.